Welcome, Cancer Leo, to your beginning of the month reading for December. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in the beginning of the month. This message. And you have the Five of Pentacles coming out. Feeling like there's a little bit of neglect, or somebody might be ignoring you during this time. Feeling a little out in the cold. Okay, let's see what's going on. This message, please. And clarifying on the Five of Pentacles is not only going to clarify on it, the entire reading. Finding that balance. Okay. So there is something that needs to be balanced within your life. Feeling like either the relationship, the job, whatever it is that makes you feel out in the cold. Needs some balance. Getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. Clarifying on this situation, please. Clarifying on this situation. Having the sacral chakra, talking about the desires. So feeling out in the cold about whatever it was that you desired. Looking for whatever intent you're looking for. Joy and stability in the reverse. Could have been a week ago, a couple of weeks ago. Feeling like your stability and joy is not exactly where it needs to be. We do have the success and growth coming out, wow, in the near future. So that's always a pleasant thing to see. I love that. That's showing that growth and that big turnaround coming around. So that's good. I'm going straight over here to the joy and the stability in reverse. Not feeling the best. Something is not as stable as it should be, that's for sure. But having the realizations, yep, that there is this disappointment that is being kind of given to you. This is pretty much how you got into the situation that you are in now, is just having the understanding that, yep, disappointments have arose, and yep, here comes the challenge. So it could be that somebody has put you into a challenge mode. And this disappointment and this doubt has really had you in your head, but it does look like you have the realization to know that this is exactly where it just doesn't feel like it's getting any better from this point being. Feels like there was a time where you felt like, you know what, I could have taken this Ace of Cups, or this, yeah, the Ace of Cups that he has in his hand, but I didn't want to because it was going to be too challenging if I did so. It wasn't going to change the outcome. I think that's the biggest point here. Was, yeah, I could have done so, but you know what, it's not going to work. It's not going to work the way I wanted it to. So, having the neglect over here. Maybe they tried to give it back to you, but in the end, it just, you knew it was just going to end up the same. That's really what it feels like. With the sacral chakra, there was just definitely not going to be any balance, right? Okay. So over here with the sacral chakra is like trying to get to the desires, but having a hard time when you feel like there's a neglect, right? But still trying to stay, yes, look at that, still trying to stay as positive as possible. It feels like, yeah, I'm out in the cold, but I am trying my hardest to stay positive. I am trying to take action towards the things that I desire, the places and pieces of myself that I do have pleasure, things that, you know, could be plausible for you. It's just not this commitment. So for a lot of you, it could be a relationship that is just a backsliding relationship. So there's other things. It's just not going to be this. Just not feeling committed to this area, because this area is just where all the commitments just seem to have kind of gone away. Nothing but disappointments. So working towards things that are going to make you happy as much as possible. Yeah, definitely. Finding the places that bring in the victory. So there is definitely this wounded kind of feeling within this other relationship that you have going on. Yeah. A lot of snide remarks and a lot of stuff going on over here, my friends. And a lot of sadness. A lot of sadness towards this one area of your life that keeps you out in the cold. And I do see that there could be a lot of snide remarks for some of you. This other person it could be a Gemini who's just, you know, or some kind of air sign that just continue to just keep jabbing you, right? With their tongue, pretty much, right? The wicked tongue. Very icy cold. Very icy cold. But just continuing to look for the happiness that you wanted. It feels like there was a time that you felt that this could have worked until they just became so icy cold and so snide and so rude. It just is not going to happen. The only thing you can do at this time is continue to go with the places that you know is good for you and keeping that balance alive. They could be manipulating the situation to where they're even trying to tell you, you're not going to get this, you're not going to get that. And that just kind of even leaves you even feeling worse out in the cold, because it becomes a little worrisome. They're trying to get into your head, trying to manipulate the situation, trying to manipulate the happiness that you're trying to push forward for, saying, well, I'm going to go for this, and they're saying that's not going to happen. So it does feel like they are trying their hardest at the beginning of the month to manipulate your happiness. It's almost like, well, you see that we're not doing good, so you're not going to have anything. That's really what it feels. Oh my gosh, it's just the horrible talk. It's just terrible talk. The backlash. Definitely the backlash. Clarifying on that. Yeah, they're not going to offer any kind of forgiveness for the way that they're behaving. They're not going to offer that cup to you. It was probably, I'm just feeling like it was the best thing that you could have done not to take that cup back, because this behavior that they're doing at this time, I don't care if it's a job, I don't care what their relationship is, I don't care if it's a platonic friendship, a love relationship, it doesn't matter. The way that they're treating you is not healthy, especially when they're doubting your own dreams. As you see it kind of spiraling off this way, guys, right? It's like they're over here saying all these nasty things, and then over here trying to down your dreams. Maybe they're even telling you can't find anyone better than me type of scenario for some of you, not all of you. But that leaves you in this place where it's like, I'm walking in the cold because of the way you're talking to me and treating me, but there is still hope within you. And you're really starting to get more focused now. It feels like towards the end of the beginning of the month, you're going to start really focusing a lot more on your happiness. Okay, so where you might feel right now that all of this is really kind of taking place at the end of the beginning of the month, probably around the 12th or the 13th, 14th, you're going to start really feeling like, you know what, I don't need to do that. I'm really just going to start focusing really on myself, where I was trying to focus before, and that's going to kind of leave them out in the cold. So, hey, guess what? Guess who gets out in the cold now? You, because I'm not listening to you anymore, right? Take it how it resonates. For Crush Watcher, it could be the other way around. But however it is, yeah, because see, now you're offering your cups to yourself, saying, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm offering my own securities, my own dreams. I have my own expectations of what I want, and really focus on your own expectations. So you pretty much kind of just ignore them, right? Just really ignoring them. Not listening to them anymore. Turning your back towards them. You might even find yourself getting a little cold towards them as well. And they'll start feeling that. So I do feel like the Five of Pentacles right here is not only going to be them setting you out into the cold and being nasty to you, but then you turning around towards the end of the beginning of the month and saying, oh, you like how it feels? Watch this. I'm going to put you out in the cold too, by not listening, not paying attention. Because obviously what they really want is this attention. They want to be heard. How could you say they didn't want to be heard with all these swords? That's a lot of talking, a lot of yapping, a lot of jaw, you know what I mean? A lot of jaw going, jaw shut. So over here you have the success and the growth. I love that. That's saying, hey, you know what? I promised myself all these things, and I have look at the judgment call coming out. So you have this beautiful blessing coming your way. And you're not going to feel like you're as hurt as you were before. Yeah, you're still licking your wounds a little bit from this person, from this job, whatever it is. Could be the boss, could be whoever. But the problem is that you're saying, Here's the problem. The problem is, yeah, I'm still a little hurt by what you're saying to me, but I'm not that hurt because I got a blessing coming in. So yeah, it's something you'll have to heal it over a little bit. But you have this beautiful new offering and this fresh new start of something going on. The realizations of where you're going to find your peace and harmony. And you're going to feel more rested because you're not going to be listening to them anymore. Look at that. Having the realizations that I don't need to listen to you. I'm not listening to that at all. Finding your own comfort within yourself. Getting yourself back to where you need to be. They really wanted to put your emotions on your sleeve and really wear and tear at that. And you're saying, I'm too strong for that. I'm not going to allow that to happen. You did that to me for a little while, but I'm coming right out of that. So they can try to get you down, try to get you into your Cancer shell over here. But all in the end, you're just going to break right out of it and really prove to yourself that, you know, they're not worth this, right? Absolutely. Letting go. Letting go. And it could have been like, you know, they're going to kind of see it as a shock too, because they thought that they really had you in a place. They thought that they had you kind of under their thumb. Of course they did with the, look at this, because they're saying I'm kind of manipulating the situation and got you under my thumb. Got you right where I want you, so you've got to keep listening. I'm not listening. Keep talking. You can talk to the wall for all I care, because I'm not listening anymore. So, and I love that. So you have this beautiful new chapter because you're saying, no, that's not what it's going to be. That's not how it's going to play out. And this is going to keep you very balanced. And once you find that, when you break out of that shell, once you have this true realization, but the blessing is really what's going to really help a lot in the near future over here coming around mid-month, because now it's going to say, ha, I found how to balance myself completely to where you don't even exist in its own way, right? You kind of put them into a shell, lock the door, threw away the key. That kind of upsets them though, because they don't like this idea that, like I said, that you're not under their thumb. They don't like the idea that you're taking back the control. But then in the end, it's like, well, who you think you're messing with, right? I have this Leo in me. It's going to be fierce. It's going to be wild, right? So you're going to see this sun kind of come up and it's all over. No more red flags. It's kind of like waking up to the understanding of, hey, wait a minute, it's you who keeps me down. It's you who is trying to ruin my success by trying to tell me all these horrible things, keep me out in the cold, neglect me, do these bad things. So once you kind of have that understanding, it's all over for them. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.